Okay, so in today's video, we are going to try and find the density of an irregular object. The item of choice for today's experiment is, drumroll, or not, is a padlock. So, from a previous video, we should know in order to find the density of an object, you need its mass and you need its volume. Get yourself a mass balance. Turn it on. Make sure it's on a flat surface and then place your object on top of it. This padlock is 133 grams. Okay, so finding its mass was easy, but finding its volume, well, it's kind of an irregular shape, so it's going to be really difficult to use just an equation. Yourself a measuring cylinder with some water in it. I know that when I drop this padlock into my water, the water level is going to rise. And that extra volume of water is going to be equal to the volume of my padlock. Genius. So let me check the initial volume of the water. 300 millilitres. Now for the moment of truth. Okay, you need to make sure that your object is fully submerged. Okay, that is 325 millilitres. So the volume of my padlock is 325 minus 300, 25 millilitres. Now we need this very useful piece of information. 1 millilitre is equal to 1 centimetre cubed. So 25 millilitres is 25 centimetres cubed. Okay, time for the calculation. My density is my mass over my volume. So 133 grams divided by 25 centimetres cubed is equal to 5.32 grams per centimetre cubed. Okay, great. Now, how do I find the density of a liquid? Well, let me take my water again. This time, the volume of my liquid is really easy to find. I just read it off the scale. Okay, we're still at 300 millilitres, but how can I find the mass of my water? Obviously, I can't just tip my water out onto the mass balance. So we need to take two measurements instead. The first measurement is going to be the total mass of my container plus the mass of my water. Together, they have a total mass of 825 grams. Now, if I tip my water out and get the mass of just my container, then the difference between those two values will tell me what the mass of the water is. Give me 1 second. Okay, I'm back and I got my cup of tea on the go. So now let's measure the mass of just the container. That is 525 grams. So what's the mass of our water? 825 minus 525 gives me 300 grams. Okay, so let's find the density. So the mass was 300 grams divided by my volume, which was 300 millilitres, the same as 300 centimetres cubed. That gives me 1 gram per centimetre cubed, which is good because that is exactly what I expect for the density of water. You might be asking yourself, what's the point in doing the experiment if you know the density already? Yeah, fair point. But what if my liquid wasn't water? Or what if I was trying to determine whether my liquid was water or not? I can use this method to find the density of different liquids. As ever, thank you for watching. Do make sure that you download the notes that go with this video. And if you're not sure about density itself, check out the video on calculating densities.